EA Sports. It's in the game.
Hi, everybody. I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. Good evening and welcome to the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Our main event should be a good one tonight. 12 rounds in the welterweight division between Manny Pacquiao and Julio César Chávez. Manny Pacquiao is on his way to the ring. Boy, he looks confident. We've seen it many times with him through the years, but tonight, he's bubbling with confidence. Julio César Chávez is on his way to the ring, and you can just tell what kind of night he intends this to be. He's just brimming with confidence.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Manny Pacquiao. His opponents in the blue corner, please welcome Julio César Chávez.
All right, guys, remember, obey my commands at all times. All right? You have a good clean fight?
Well, they've been waiting for this moment, and now they get it. Round one underway. Well, Teddy, here in this matchup, two guys who tend to go the distance. What do we look for early?
You know, I'm looking to see who can be more consistent in just one area. Who uses their jab a little bit steadier.
Nice block by Chávez. Manny able to block that. Pulls the trigger fast. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Manny Pacquiao. Accurate counter punch by Chávez. Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Teddy, there's so many different highlights to Chávez's career, but basically overall, when you think about him, you think about the all-time Mexican legend. What do you think's the one thing that defines him as that? Was it stylistically, or was it a specific fight?
Well, I think that he didn't have any neon strengths where one thing you said, wow, he's the fastest, he's the greatest puncher. But he was steady, he was reliable, he was always there.
Manny Pacquiao blocks that punch. block by Chávez. Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. Parries that punch away. So the round comes to an end. Joe and Teddy here ringside, and we've been enjoying sitting ringside because, Teddy, I know you have some of your fine guests from the Dr. Theodore Atlas Charitable Foundation with us here tonight.
And they're having a great night, and it's great to have them here. The thing that I want to say is thank you to all the people that help us help Manny. They trust us. They allow us to be the middleman to give out the resources where they're needed. Thank you for mentioning Joe, and thank you to all the people that help us do what we do.
Just focus on the fight.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Manny Pacquiao. Blocks away that headshot. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Manny Pacquiao. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Nice block. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Julio César Chávez. What does a fighter need to do to really build the foundation to a great career?
Well, first of all, they have to have the desire to have that great career. There has to be something in them. There has to be coal in that furnace to burn, and to burn later on. Maybe something happened to them in their life. Maybe through their parents, maybe through neighbors, maybe through coaches. Somebody told them they were never going to make it. And they go in their mind that they're going to find a way to make those people wrong.
Block by Chávez. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Oh, what an exchange. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. Protecting his head well with his guard. Back and forth exchange.
Don't worry about it. Get in your rhythm, okay? I want to see more jabs.
And round number 3 is underway. Good way to protect the midsection.
Teddy, it seems that Pacquiao has improved during the years, that he has actually gained a little more boxing skill as his career has developed.
Well, he has. Technically, he has become more solid. He has the same talent, but now he's getting a package around that talent where he can deliver, bring that ability to a better level.
Very nice defensive guard there. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. Halfway through this round here. Nice strike after catching one by Manny Pacquiao. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Good defense, just covering up down low.
You're not focused. Pace yourself. In and out, in and out.
Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Pacquiao with a good block there. Last 10 seconds of round number 3.
All right, breathe in. Take a deep breath. Great job that round. You're doing well. Get on that now.
Listen, you need to move your head from side to side, okay? I want to see that head move more. Listen, okay, look. Nation.
Here we go with the 4th round. Manny Pacquiao's got a bad cut now that's opened up on his cheek. Oh, and there you go. That uppercut absolutely rocked him. Boy, I don't like the way his legs look at all right now.
All right, punch it up.
Manny Pacquiao blocks that punch. You know, sometimes we get so caught up in talking about our sports celebrities here in North America, the Michael Jordans and the Wayne Gretzkys and the Tom Bradys. But I'm not sure there's a person alive who's more famous in their native country than Manny Pacquiao is in the Philippines.
No, he is, and he goes way beyond the sport. He's the fabric of the society there. He's a guy that young people, young men aspire to become like. If Manny Pacquiao can make it, we can make it.
Very clever move there. A little defense turns to offense. The counter punch by Chávez. Chávez is putting together punch stats tonight that fall right in line with what his strategy is. Outside fighter, throwing lots of jabs, landing lots of jabs.
Well, what it is the jab is the table setter. And the jab tonight has set up the table where he's been able to eat whenever he's wanted.
Oh, very nice. Smart counter punch there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You make the guy miss, you make him pay.
Comes right back at him with a left hand. Keeping his hands up, getting way of his opponent's effort. Good looking counter punch. Nice strike after catching one by Manny Pacquiao. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Way to block there. A good block. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand.
Looking good. Keep it up. Keep those hands moving.
Don't fight his fight. Jab him, jab him, jab him. Get on that. Get on that.
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
We just have not seen the big shots from this guy. He is not throwing the power punches, Teddy. What would you say to him?
Well, first of all, I would say to him, what do you think, that he's going to make a deal with you? If you don't hit him hard, he won't hit you hard? No, it doesn't work like that, my friend. He's going to get confidence now. He's going to take advantage of this.
A hook for you and a hook right back. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head.
Teddy, everybody has the imprint of where they came from. In the case of Julio César Chávez, he's the son of a railroad employee, and he grew up in an abandoned railroad car among 9 siblings.
Well, that will serve him in a pro career, especially since he didn't have a big amateur background, because that would help him as far as being ready mentally. He's had to fight things in his life already without getting in the ring.
Blocks away that headshot. Halfway into round number 5 here. Chávez's swelling will not be what his corner wants to see. How about a return to sender with the left hand? That's a tried and true method that works out very well. The counterpunch landing by Chávez. What guts it takes, what commitment it takes to keep up with this kind of a pace. The action's been nonstop.
Now, the one thing I can tell you is this is where you don't worry about pace. You don't think about pace. Otherwise, you could not be doing what these guys are doing. They're just going round to round.
Julio César Chávez. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. As we come to the end of the round, Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, that's one of those rounds where I wonder what were the judges looking for, because it's tough to kind of draw a line between those two fighters.
Yeah, very close, but one of those rounds where you could steal it. You did a little bit more in those last 30, 20 seconds. Maybe that's the impression the judges are left with.
There's no need to fight his style. You're not going to win that way. The swelling is nothing. Just focus on the punch.
Teddy, what do you think here as we start this round? I mean, you watch what he did in that last round, and you got to think that he can get himself back into this fight.
Well, that's how he's got to be thinking, and that's kind of what he's made up of. He's not a front runner. You know, he's not a fast starter anyway. He's the kind of guy that his real strength is to be able to weigh you down, and to have a great resolve, and to be able to chip away. He's chipping.
A precise power punch in return by Julio César Chávez. Manny Pacquiao blocks that punch. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head.
Let's see some more head. Let's see some more head. Get out of the way. Focus.
Good block by Chávez. Teddy, this is one of those moments where you just wish you could pick up the phone and call up the world and say, tune in. Everybody should be watching this, right?
I have a cell phone. I might do that right now.
Start dialing. And a well-placed counter by Chávez. Halfway through round 6. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Chávez is stunned, and he is hurt. I don't know what was said to him in the corner, but now he's the busier man.
Yeah, he's aware that he has to be.
Targeting the hooks on each man.
Keep your head.
1 minute to go in this round. Neither man has decided to slow down at all. Oh boy, what a round. Both men accurate with their hooks against each other. Chávez's cheek is ripped open right there. You can see the cut. That is a big right hand after eating one himself. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Julio César Chávez. And a sharp counter punch by Chávez. Final 10 seconds of the 6th round.
More punch. Don't stay at one spot. Circle.
Oh, crafty counter punching. Oh boy, big shot up top. The end of the round has arrived. And now an opportunity for the trainer here to get his hands on his guy. His guy just got tagged pretty good there. And when he looks into his eyes, what is he looking for?
Oh, first of all, he's looking to see whether or not his guy is still there. You know, he got stunned pretty good. And then what he has to do is make sure his guy's listening to him and telling him, hey, look, you got caught. You've been caught before. This is the way we can fix it. This is what you got to do to correct things.
And that round is underway, and we are halfway through the scheduled slate. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head.
Chávez's cut man is gonna need to be all over this side. The swelling seems to be getting worse.
Well, it's kind of like being a gardener. You have to start getting in there before the weeds come up. You can't wait until the weeds are all over the place and then pull them up. You're gonna destroy those beautiful rose bushes. Well, it's the same thing here. You gotta get to this eye before the swelling's there. You gotta put that end swell, that cold piece of metal, onto that place early on.
His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. Chávez is dealing with the aftermath of being rocked, but yet he hasn't changed anything. He's still sticking with that style.
Well, that means panic has not set in. That's a good thing, Joe. He still believes he can get this thing done the way he came here to get it done.
Good block. How about a return to sender with the left hand? Nice strike after catching one by Manny Pacquiao. And now he's acting like a fighter, coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Oh, good exchange there. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. The end to another very entertaining round in what has been a very entertaining fight. A fight where there's just bad intentions. The fight that just doesn't have the feel of a fight that's going to be a decision win for somebody. Looks like somebody's going to get stopped.
Right from the beginning, they've been fighting with desperation. Like going the decision, as you just touched on, has not been in their minds at all.
Carry it away, you catch it. You got that? It's gonna happen. You're gonna catch it. You're gonna catch it. We'll take care of the swelling. Just focus on the fight.
Another round. Will it go in another one-way direction? It's been a one-sided fight so far tonight. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Wow! Chávez is almost out of it there. He was stunned. So far tonight, he was being completely outworked, but now we see him being more the aggressor.
Oh, it was starting to get a little late. He understood he needed to change things a little.
A crafty counterpunch after a fine defensive effort by Chávez.
Block, back to the body.
Able to get rid of that one. Good looking counterpunch. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Julio César Chávez. Able to cover up that gut. The half halfway point of round number 8. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Julio César Chávez. Blocks the headshot. Back and forth exchange. Nice strike after catching one by Manny Pacquiao. One. Good work by Julio César Chávez. Chávez's cheek is ripped open right there. You can see the cut. Unable to score with the hook. Well-targeted counterpunch by Julio César Chávez. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Julio César Chávez.
Listen, you need to mix punches. Throw more punches to the body.
Triple. Don't stand in front of it. Let's get on that swelling. Get on the swelling.
Another round underway, but how many more will we see? You get the sense this fight could be heading towards a stoppage. Chávez is just a completely different fighter now. I mean, he was stunned earlier in this fight, and since then, there's just more of a defensive disposition to him.
Yeah, and the important thing right now is that sooner or later, and I think it's going to be sooner, his opponent's going to see the same thing, and he's not going to stay away. He's going to get more aggressive.
Lands the counter. Teddy, I guess they wanted it. Look at this action going right out there, wasting no time.
No, these guys are impatient. They couldn't wait to get at each other.
Good block by Chávez. Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
That was not well targeted by Chávez. Takes one to give one. He comes back with a right hand. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. A crafty counterpunch after a fine defensive effort by Chávez.
Teddy, so much work in the gym goes into head movement and how to hit a moving target. Doesn't matter in this fight tonight.
No, this guy doesn't move his head. The old timers would say he gets insulted if you miss him.
Well-placed counterpunch by Julio César Chávez. Pacquiao with a good block there. A well-placed, gutsy uppercut after being tagged. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Able to dismiss it. Not getting it done with that straight right hand. End of the round here, and as I glance around ringside and look at the judges, I'm wondering what they're writing down, because that was a tough round to score.
Yeah, it was, and you know, it's the kind of round where one guy would be really smart to take a page out of the book of Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, where Leonard stole rounds at the end, where he just clipped off 30 seconds, and that's exactly what the judges remembered.
You gotta pick up the speed, all right? Pick up the speed. You just focus on the fight. We'll take care of this, brother. Get on that. Get on that.
They are back to action here, but that action has only favored one man. Completely one-sided. Hard to see the scorecards coming into play here with how dominating he's been.
Chávez is now battling two opponents. The guy standing opposite him trying to punch him, and his eyes swelling.
Yeah, he can't see what's coming at him right now.
Chávez blocks that punch. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand. There it is! Manny Pacquiao stunned and staggered. Chávez is just making some room for himself here. Good job staying away from the danger there. And now you're seeing the beard that this guy possesses, because he went from stunned and damaged to staying right upright.
Oh, this is like Santa Claus's beard. I'm telling you right now.
Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Manny Pacquiao. Good job protecting himself. Chávez is having a masterful round defensively. I love what we're seeing from the footwork with him. Very good movement, sound defensively. Is there anything he should be considering adding to that arsenal, though, right now?
Well, he's got to find spots for offense. You know, he's making his opponent miss. He's getting him off balance. He's frustrating him a little bit. You know, pop at the right time. You know, let it fly a little bit in the right spot. You keep your guy off balance. When you got him off balance, you make him miss, make him pay.
After catching one by Manny Pacquiao. What a fight. What a great. Oh, and there you go. Chávez is in a bad place right now. He was tagged.
Come on, guys, keep apart. Punch it out. Come on, punch it out.
Don't worry, we'll take care of that touch. Let's get on that swelling.
Keep circling. Don't fight his fight. Jab, jab, jab. Get on that. Get on that.
Here they go again. It's been wildly entertaining. Able to dismiss it. Good looking counterpunch. I think it has come to that point. He's behind on the cards. He's just got to be.
Going to take a knockout to win this?
Yeah, I think so, and it's going to take a certain kind of attitude or strategy, a change in strategy. You go into the fights, you don't look for a knockout. You're looking to use your jab, you're looking to set up punches, you're looking to go rounds. Right now, he's got to find a way to get a knockout. Look for one punch, one big punch right now.
That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Manny Pacquiao. Oh, and there you go. Manny Pacquiao stunned, and he is hurt. Manny Pacquiao blocks that punch. Oh, and what a big whiff of that power punch by Julio César Chávez. Chávez is in position right now to really bring home a good victory. He's up on the punch stats. He's up on your scorecard. This is his fight.
Yeah, we just hope that the judges, and you never know that. That's one thing that sometimes can really disappoint you in this business. You hope the judges see it that way, because I can't see it any other way.
With a good block there. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Manny Pacquiao. What a great round. 2 minutes in, 60 seconds to go. Good block there by Chávez. Chávez is now in a spot that many fighters have faced numerous times, and that is, how do you deal with seeing your own blood and knowing that you have incurred some serious damage? Look at that cut around the eye.
No, for a fighter to be able to move to the top, he's got to be tested in a lot of areas. Sometimes the test comes when he's hurt. He's hit on the chin. He's dropped for the first time. Sometimes the test comes when you drop the other guy and he gets up and he comes at you. And sometimes the test comes in the form of a cut. When you see your first blood, when you see it, that it's your blood, how do you behave? We're going to find out right now.
Coming to the end of this round. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, a round like that where it's a lot of busy activity and both guys being busy. When you were a trainer, are those the kind of rounds that you prefer, or do you like the pace to be a little slower? Does it depend on each guy?
No, if I have a fight, I'd rather have a guy fighting a guy that you never see him. Leave me the heck alone. And where I'm in control all the time. But the fans love to see a fight like that.
Get the compress on this. Let's work on the swelling. Can we work on the swelling?
Back to fight action as a new round is underway. Of course, in that last round, it was fairly one-sided. He was hit pretty hard, and now he has to overcome that here.
Yeah, you don't have to be Nostradamus to know that. I mean, everybody saw, you know, he got staggered, his knees buckled, did a little dance there. But what you have to really know now is know why you got hit and correct that immediately.
A nice block by Chávez. Nice strike after catching one by Manny Pacquiao. This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
So you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. Comes right back at him with a left hand. It's been 2 minutes of non-stop action. Now the final minute has arrived. And he is hurt by that uppercut. He is down on the floor. So Manny Pacquiao, he goes down, and now he rises up to move on.
Now he's going to have to show that he can be smart. We know he can be tough. We know that he can be exciting. Can he be smart enough to find a way to survive?
Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Which way will it go? Let's find out by sending it up to the ring announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges score the fight a unanimous decision. Your winner, Julio
César Chávez is your winner by a unanimous decision.
Well, he started going to the body, and it paid off for him, and it paid off for us. A good, solid fight.
It was indeed, and we're glad you were with us to witness it. For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us, everyone. Good evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas welcoming you to the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles for our main event of the evening. 12 rounds in the middleweight division between Kelly the Ghost Pavlik and Jake LaMotta. Kelly Pavlik's unpredictability belies his ring walk focus. He is ready for action. Jake LaMotta's focus is front and center as he makes his way to the ring right now.
Fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Ghosts, and his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, the Boxball Jake.
All right, remember, protect yourselves at all times. And no head punches, no low blows.
Opening stanza of this 12-round fight. When we get matchups like this, guys that just won't quit, they'll be there every step of the way like Gaddy Ward. Sometimes... Oh, that's gotta hurt. Oh, that uppercut got him badly.
Come on, guys, keep it. Come on.
Parries that punch away. He was stunned, but now he's surviving. Throws a counter punch there. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Kelly Pavlik. Able to defend and then go on the offensive. Blocks the headshot. No feeling out round here at all. These two are slugging it in round number 1.
Reminds me of the fireworks display on the 4th of July, and the rockets just keep coming.
Halfway through round number 1. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Kelly Pavlik. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Good counter punch.
As you've watched the development of Kelly Pavlik, is there anything you've noticed that you can say, okay, that's a tendency of his?
Well, sometimes maybe a little one-dimensional. He's in front of you. He's usually looking to get to you from that front door. But he's a guy that fundamentally, he's pretty solid.
Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. LaMotta blocks that punch. Nice strike after catching one by Jake LaMotta. Blocks away that headshot. Last 10 seconds of this first round. End of the round is upon us. And if the next round holds up like that, we're going to be in for a real treat.
No, we will be, because both these guys have the philosophy that their best defense is their offense.
Throw more punches to the body. Keep boxing. Doing great. You're making it hard for them to hit you.
Back to fight action as a new round is underway. Of course, in that last round, it was fairly one-sided. He was hit pretty hard, and now he has to overcome that here.
Yeah, you don't have to be Notre Dame to know that. I mean, everybody saw, you know, he got staggered, his knees buckled, did a little dance there. But what you have to really know now is know why you got hit and correct that immediately.
His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him.
Kelly Pavlik still very close with mom and dad and the whole family unit. In fact, he moves back into his childhood home when he undergoes training camp.
Yeah, well, I think that's part of his strength. I know it doesn't show up in his jab numbers, but it shows up in the numbers that matter. That he's a guy that understands what his core is, where he's from, and where he's going.
LaMotta blocks that punch. Nice strike after catching one by Jake LaMotta. Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. Halfway through round number 2. LaMotta blocks that punch. Off the mark. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. A headshot blocked.
Move your feet.
Kelly Pavlik blocks that away. And Teddy, you can start to see that eye starting to swell up.
And right now, what he has to do is go into a defensive mode so it doesn't get hit anymore, doesn't get swollen anymore.
How about a return to sender with the left hand? protecting his head well with his guard. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Jake LaMotta. We come to the end of this round. Teddy, a round in which maybe a lot of trainers don't like to see because it was a very busy round for both guys.
Well, it depends what kind of style, what kind of strength your fighter has, or even what kind of weaknesses. If I had a guy who likes to box, who likes to counterpunch, I want a guy coming at him. Not with a lot of TNT in his gloves, but coming forward where my guy is well suited. He can pick him off a little bit.
And round number 3 is underway. Blocks it away. Oh, and they decide to trade there. That's a good block by Jake LaMotta. Some fine fundamentals, good counterpunch.
Nice mousetrap there, he let him in beautifully. He didn't use cheese, he used distance.
Kelly Pavlik does a lot of good things in the ring, but one thing that I think for a long time was underrated is his power.
Yeah, he has good power, but the other thing that he has is he's reliable, he's steady, he's consistent, he's not spotty.
Nice counter by LaMotta. Blocks that punch.
Keep those hands up.
Nice strike after catching one by Kelly Pavlik.
You gotta protect yourself.
Blocks away that headshot. Oh! That's a crushing right hand by Kelly Pavlik. There it is! Oh, he just ate a big uppercut right there. He had no idea it was coming his way. He does not look good at all.
No holding. Come on, punch it out.
Both men trading hooks.
Body shot. Body shot. Move those feet.
Able to get rid of that one.
Protect yourself, people.
10 seconds to go in this round. That worked out really well, throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that. End of the round here, a round that saw a lot of action, the kind of round that fans pay to be here to see.
Well, these are TV-friendly fighters, and we figured that coming in.
Whatever you do, throw that child.
Don't give him a chance to set his teeth and get any punches off.
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
You gotta have movement.
Work the body.
Hey, let's see something
one to give one. He comes back with a right hand. Pavlik comes from Youngstown, Ohio, and has been trained at the Southside Boxing Gym for many years, and he's still loyal to his youth trainer, who now takes him into the pros.
Yeah, but I think that's one of his strengths. When you can be loyal, that means you can be strong, and that's going to show up outside the ring, in this case, in the ring.
LaMotta blocks a punch. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. That's a good block by Jake LaMotta. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Kelly Pavlik. Able to cover up that gut. Not hitting his mark there, going upstairs. How about a return to sender with the left hand? A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Very nice work from both men. They each got a shot in. And this round comes to an end. It is a round that was highly entertaining. These guys really put forth quite an effort.
Well, they both have high engines. They have motors that never stop going.
Straight down the middle. Got that? Jab.
Make your presence known. Assert yourself. Assert your punches. You just focus on the fight. We'll take care of this swelling. Get on that. Get on that.
They start up again. Back to action here with another round. But who knows how much longer it'll last. This has been a completely one-sided fight. Teddy, what would you recommend based on what we're seeing here tonight?
Well, 2 aspirin and then go, oh no, actually I would say a little counterpunching would be just what the doctor ordered.
That's a better prescription for us.
Keep moving.
Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Oh boy, did we find out a lot about Kelly Pavlik when he faced Jermaine Taylor and got up off the canvas to return the favor and win the middleweight title.
Yes, we did, but we already had a little peek into his window, so to speak. When he had fought a couple fights earlier, we knew he had a good chin, and we knew that he knew how to behave when he was in trouble.
Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Halfway into round number 5 here. Teddy, you know what I'm so impressed by? Obviously, the pace of this fight is just ridiculous. But how hungry these guys are. How badly each guy wants it.
Joe, this is the kind of fight that it has nothing to do about money. It has everything to do about legacy. How they're going to be remembered.
took a shot. Now he gives a left. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, with special offensive happen in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. Gets rid of that body shot. 10 seconds remaining in this round. We come to the end of the round. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. And looking up at these corners, you can see the cutmen obviously getting to work as they do after every round. What makes a great cutman?
Well, he's got to have the right medicines, the right coagulants to stop that. Usually Avitine, thrombin, adrenaline. But the most important thing, Joe, is he has to be calm. He has to be able to identify where that cut is. Maybe there's more than one cut. So you got to be calm enough to see the whole picture, the whole landscape, clean it off, put pressure on it. Get that medicine in there, keep your fighter from getting excited. And then you need a fighter who's going to get on his wheels a little bit, give the medicine a chance to work.
There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Nice counter by LaMotta. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Good-looking counterpunch. Undoubtedly, the most effective element of his entire arsenal tonight is his jab. He's so committed to fighting on the outside, and he's jabbing away beautifully.
Well, Customado used to tell me, Teddy, when you're in doubt, jab. Well, this fighter, when he's been in doubt, he's jabbed. When he's been sure of himself, he's jabbed. As you said, he's made a jab fest of this all night long.
You can see there's blood on his cheek. Nice counter by LaMotta. That is a big right hand after eating one himself. That's a good block by Jake LaMotta. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round, Jake LaMotta with a counterpunch.
Lead him to the punch.
Nice strike after catching one by Jake LaMotta. Good defensive skill. Able to show you his blocking ability. LaMotta blocks that punch. Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well. That's a good block by Jake LaMotta. Final 10 seconds. Round comes to an end here. Glad you've joined us ringside. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas on another Night at the Fights, we're with you all year long, every step of the way, as is our crew. And the guys just don't get enough credit sitting back there in the production truck, but they make all this happen, Teddy.
Yeah, they do. Of course, Rick, Robbie, Mike, all you guys, Brian, Scott, Russ. We appreciate you doing all the difficult work while we get a chance to sit out here and enjoy the fun part. And by the way, you guys, after we just said that, you guys are picking up the tab tonight.
Let's get on that swelling. Compress on that.
So we've reached the halfway point of this main event. Kelly Pavlik blocks that punch. Good way to protect the midsection. Good, strong uppercut. He comes right back with it after taking one.
You need to keep your head moving. Finish with the hook.
Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. LaMotta blocks that punch. Teddy, this is one of those moments where you just wish you could pick up the phone and call up the world and say, tune in. Everybody should be watching this, right?
I have a cell phone. I might do that right now.
Start dialing. Lands the counter. Able to dismiss it. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Blocks that belt line well.
Move your head.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. LaMotta's rocked by a hook to the body. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Kelly Pavlik. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. Wow! LaMotta's hurt bad by a right hand. Well, as that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear cut. This is the kind of fight that just takes on a personality of its own. This is an all-out war.
Yeah, this is kind of like watching a guy who's not on a budget. You know, he's spending with both hands. You know, when he goes home, he's going to have no money in his pockets. And when this fight is over, these guys are going to have nothing left in the gas tank, and it's probably not going to a decision.
Let's get on that swelling. Get on the swelling.
The action starts up again, but it's only favored one man. Hard to see this fight going the distance based on what we've witnessed so far. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Perfect example of what you get when warriors decide to act like warriors. These two have acted that way all night long.
They've acted that way, and they behaved that way, and they have been that way all their life.
the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. Missed the body shot. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. That's a good block by Jake LaMotta. Nice counter by LaMotta. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Pavlik's almost out of it there. He was stunned. Jake LaMotta's showing some real guts here. Hey, this fight was not going his way at all, but somehow he has gathered momentum.
Yeah, he behaved like a fighter. He got through the tough times, and now guess what? Good times in front of him.
Wow! A harsh left hand by Pavlik. Pavlik with a good block. The end of the round has arrived. And now an opportunity for the trainer here to get his hands on his guy. His guy just got tagged pretty good there. And when he looks into his eyes, what is he looking for?
Well, first of all, he's looking to see whether or not his guy is still there. You know, he got stunned pretty good. And then what he has to do is make sure his guy is listening to him and telling him, hey, look, you got caught. You've been caught before. This is the way we can fix it. This is what you got to do to correct things.
Get the complex on that.
Back to fight action as a new round is underway. Of course, in that last round, it was fairly one-sided. He was hit pretty hard, and now he has to overcome that here.
Yeah, you don't have to be Nostradamus to know that. I mean, everybody saw, you know, he got staggered, his knees buckled, did a little dance there. But what you have to really know now is know why you got hit and correct that immediately.
Pavlik blocks that away. Able to dismiss it. Pavlik's got to deal with a cut on his cheek right now. The good news is it's below the eye, but still it could get nasty as the fight progresses. Blocks the headshot. There's a taste of the sweet science. You see the skill he has in counterpunching.
And you know what he's doing is taking his opponent's jab away.
Pavlik's trainers are doing a good job, aren't they, Teddy? Carroll was rocked, but now look at him.
Yeah, they're giving him the right advice. You know, they've made a little strategic change here, a little bit of an adjustment. That's what you like to see. Not just the fighter thinking, but the corner, the support team thinking.
Blocks that belt line well. Great fight. I mean, just a great fight Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
Pavlik with a good block. Pavlik blocks that away. End of the round here on our fight night. Always a good time to come here to this venue. Take great fans. I mean, wherever we go on our fight night tour, we have great fans.
Yeah, passionate fans, fans that know the fighters and care about the sport.
Good. You took a lot out of him that round. Keep that up. You just focus on the fight. We'll take care of this brother. Get on that. Get on that.
Back to action now. We're underway in what has been a completely one-sided fight. You get the sense this one may not go the distance. Oh boy, look at this. Right from the get-go, they go after one another.
They remind me of my 15-year-old son going to the dinner table.
Protecting his head well with his guard. Jake LaMotta with a counterpunch. Well, here's the way we see it. He's down on the scorecards, has to have the knockout to win it.
Yeah, and he has to understand that. You know, the main thing is he hasn't given in. You know, he's still there trying, but he's in a desperate place. So what he has to do now is look for one spot. He remembers maybe something he saw early in the night where the guy pulls out his hand down a little bit, and maybe he can time him stepping out.
Able to cover up that gut. Decide to trade there. Jake LaMotta blocks a punch. Comes right back at him with a left hand. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, with special events have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. That's a good block by Jake LaMotta. The end to another very entertaining round in what has been a very entertaining fight. A fight where there's just bad intentions. The fight that just doesn't have the feel of a fight that's going to be a decision win for somebody. Looks like somebody's going to get stopped.
Right from the beginning, they've been fighting with desperation. Like, going the decision, as you just touched on, has not been in their minds at all.
Double up on that jab, then finish off with a hook, okay? 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. The swelling is nothing. Just focus.
They start up again. Back to action here with another round. But who knows how much longer it'll last. This has been a completely one-sided fight. Blocks it away. Able to dismiss it. Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. LaMotta blocks that punch. That's a good block by Jake LaMotta. Turn the sender with the left hand. Protecting his head well with his guard. Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. A minute to go in what has been a memorable round. Great stuff from these two. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. Nice block. A well-placed, gutsy uppercut after being tagged. Wow, just sit back and enjoy this one. You can tell both guys are so determined to give everything they have here tonight.
So it's like the first time you heard Ray Charles sing God Bless America. You knew it was special. You knew you hadn't heard it before. I haven't seen anything like this before.
So the round comes to an end. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas sitting with you ringside. I know you had a very busy week before you flew here out to broadcast this fight, doing your charitable contributions back at Staten Island with the Dr. Theodore Atlas Foundation.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up, Joe. We did well. We had our dinner, our yearly dinner, where we're able to raise money to help people that are in need, people that have nowhere else to go for help, whether it's a mother that can't pay the cancer treatment for a 7-year-old daughter, and we're able to pick up that insurance. But the thing that I want to take a second to thank everybody for is that it's a collective effort. It's all the people that allow us the resources to go out there and help those people.
One. Good work by Jake LaMotta. Parries that punch away. Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. Blocks that punch. LaMotta blocks a punch. Pavlik with a good block. LaMotta blocks that punch.
Guard your head. He's fine.
Blocks that punch. Seconds to go in what has been a toe-to-toe war. Oh, what a great round. LaMotta blocks that punch.
Well, obviously what his opponent has done here is the reason that cut is in the shape that it's in. So if you're him, just keep doing what you're doing?
Yes and no, Joe. Of course, it's easy to say, yeah, keep doing what you're doing. But what if there's a little change? Your opponent's cut now. He's going to move his head, you figure, a little bit to survive in there. Now you shouldn't go head hunting, even though that cut's there. Now you have to adjust to what's in front of you. Go downstairs to the body a little bit, then go back up to that head. Don't let that red flag, so to speak, get you to go crazy and forget the body.
All the rounds in the books for the official decision. Let's send it up to the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight the judges have reached a unanimous decision. Your winner, the Ghost,
Pavlik, your winner by unanimous decision. All three judges giving it to him.
I didn't agree with the judges completely, but they got the right guy winning.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Always enjoy you tuning in. We'll see you next time at the fights.
I always wanna try to put you up in a cage and try to put you in